As a member of the European Parliament, I am being contacted day in, day out by heartbroken civilians from all over Europe who are looking on at the slaughter that is being carried out in the Jebaalya refugee camp. Again today, massacring innocent civilians, probably murdering some of the Israeli hostages or prisoners who are also there. It is very clear to us that this is a genocide that is underway. 2 weeks ago, I spoke in the European Parliament that this was another Nakba. And I have to say, everything I've seen since proves that to be the case. It is very obvious that the Israeli authorities care nothing for the lives of the Israelis who are being held hostage, not to mind the innocent men, women and children of Gaza who are being slaughtered. I never thought, as a politician and a political activist for 40 years, that I would ever see anything like this, but it is shocking. The international community has in some ways abandoned Gaza, abandoned Palestine, but that is not the will of the people. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people all across Europe, across the US, across the Arab world are out on the streets demanding an end to this genocide. And yet the international community has not stepped in. And I think the recent events now in Jebaalya camp again today, I note that it has forced our Prime Minister to shift from a position of supporting the sort of pathetic humanitarian causes which the European Union is putting forward, which is just a cover for the genocide, to now demanding a full ceasefire, is a reflection of the fact that the international community really has had enough of Israeli war crimes. I'm very aware of the rising tension in Israel over the plight of the hostages or the prisoners who are currently in Gaza, some of them Israeli, some of them foreign. It is very clear now, and should be, to all of the countries around the world, that the Israeli authorities care nothing for the lives of their own people or those hostages. They have been prepared to bomb those areas in spite of the fact that they know that their own people are there. They have ignored the efforts that have been put in by the Qatari authorities and others to secure the release of those hostages. I mean, what does it tell you? In every other situation like this, the state involved would seek to negotiate, would seek to secure the release of those detained. As some are members of the Israeli Defense Forces, but some are innocent Israeli civilians. And the fact that the Israeli authorities have no concern whatsoever for their plight, not to mind the massacre they're carrying out on Palestinians, tells you an awful lot about what this is about. This is not about protecting Israel. This is a genocide against the people of Palestine. They are trying to clear Gaza and make it uninhabitable. These are war crimes beyond anything we've ever seen, and the international community must step in.